going vegetarian, a healthier and longer life, reduced suffering, protecting the environment and the climate, reducing hunger. It's that simple. From realization to revolution, a journey to conscious eating. Jeanette grew up in a family where meat consumption was taken for granted. It was never a question of whether meat would be on the plate, but only in what form. But one day, something happened that made her think again. She visited a fast food restaurant, ate a burger and suddenly felt sick. For no apparent reason, she had to vomit immediately. She had felt fine before that. It was as if her body wanted to send her a clear signal. This does not belong to you. A short time later, a friend sent her a video about factory farming. She saw how calves were separated from their mothers immediately after birth, how animals suffered in cramped stalls, and how the lives of these creatures were ended with brutal consistency. These animals died in fear and panic. She realized that these fear hormones in the meat would then also have an effect on her. These images would not let go of her. She loved animals and could not bear that their enjoyment was based on so much suffering. She made a decision. From now on she would give up meat and eat consciously and healthily. Over time, she realized that her decision not only influenced her own well-being, but also had a positive impact on the environment. The effects of meat consumption on climate change, which were rarely reported in the media, amazed her. Why was it not made much clearer that meat consumption was one of the main causes of environmental destruction? Was the discussion about climate change perhaps also about money and power? The contradictions she discovered did not let her go. Jeanette was also a religious person and believed in a divine order of creation. While studying the apocryphal scriptures, which are increasingly available today, she realized that Jesus was very much opposed to eating or sacrificing animals. This was very important to him, not only because he loved animals, but also because it was a profound expression of divine order and compassion. However, this message was removed from the official canon. So were his rejection of slavery and some other central teachings. This realization was a significant trigger for Jeanette to give up meat for good. Curious about the consequences of her actions, she decided to conduct a self-experiment. After a while, she started eating meat again, trying burgers and other animal products. The result was striking. Migraine attacks returned almost immediately, her moods became more erratic, and aggressiveness and inner restlessness set in. Her son summed it up. "Mom, stop it. You've become unbearable. Lack of energy or nutrients? Not at all." She even felt more vital than before without meat. Her decision matured further. She wanted to be even more consistent and switched to a vegan diet. And to her surprise, giving up animal products was much easier than she had thought. There were excellent alternatives for ice cream, milk, sandwich spreads and many other foods. With just a few moments of sacrifice, she was able to achieve so much. Today, she sees it as her mission to inspire other people to adopt a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. Not for dogmatic reasons, but out of the deepest conviction, because she has experienced the positive changes this can bring for one's own health, the environment and animal welfare. Her journey began with a gut feeling, but it ended in a deep certainty. A conscious diet is an act of love, for oneself, for nature and for all living creatures on this earth. Glowing Star: a vegetarian or vegan diet is more than a personal decision. It is a path to more health, peace, freedom from fear and consciousness for all of us. The most important information in list form to distribute. Health benefits of a vegetarian diet. Risk reduction: cancer, bowel, breast, prostate, 15 to 20%. Gout up to 50%. Cardiovascular diseases 25 to 30%. Type 2 diabetes 30 to 50%. Irritable bowel syndrome and constipation significantly reduced. Less resistance to antibiotics and hormonal impact significantly reduced. Life expectancy +3 to 6 years. Advantages of a vegan diet compared to a vegetarian diet. Even lower risk of cancer because casein from milk is not growth promoting. Less inflammation because arachidonic acid is not consumed through milk and eggs. Lower pollutant load, no hormones, antibiotics or heavy metals from animal products. Healthier gut flora, more fiber, fewer harmful bacteria. Better for the heart and cholesterol, no animal cholesterol and fewer saturated fats. More stable blood sugar, no influence of animal proteins on insulin resistance. Stronger bones, better sources of calcium than milk. Clearer skin, no IGF-1 from milk that promotes acne. Mental advantage, less anxiety and stress. Reduction of stress hormones from meat. Less aggressiveness. More serotonin and inner peace. More emotional balance. Stable mood, clear mind. Fewer migraines. Less histamines and inflammation. Deeper spirituality. Stronger connection to nature and yourself. Spiritual advantage. Animals have a soul, more compassion and mindfulness. Karma and responsibility: doing good brings good back. Higher vibration and clarity, purer energy, freer mind. Deep connection to creation, living in harmony with nature and God. Jesus is teaching vegetarian diet as spiritual practice. Change through a worldwide vegetarian diet. Drinking water consumption -30 to -50%. Available grain +50% for human consumption. Greenhouse gas emissions -40 to -60%. Deforestation of the rainforest -60 to -80%. Additional nutritional capacity +3 billion people fed. Change through a worldwide vegan diet. Drinking water consumption -50 to -70%. Available grain +70% for human consumption. Greenhouse gas emissions -50 to -80%. Deforestation of the rainforest -75 to -90%. Additional nutritional capacity +4 billion people fed. Sense sayings on the topic. Fire: do you hear the Amazon screaming? Every plant-based meal is an act of compassion. Glowing Star: it's not the world that needs to change, but our consciousness. Nutrition is the key. Sparkles: what we eat determines whether we are the problem or the solution. Seedling: every bite is a decision for the world we want to live in. Globe: we don't need superheroes to save the world. A plate full of compassion will do. Rice plant, the grain that feeds animals today could feed humanity tomorrow. Fire, the earth is burning because of our habits, for example, in meat consumption. Time for change. Green heart, what if the solution to hunger, water scarcity and climate change was right on our plates? Shedding tree, every tree that doesn't have to be cut down for feedlot space is a gift for the future. Broccoli, a peaceful world starts with what we eat. Globe, eat with heart, for yourself, for the animals, for the planet. Cow, where no cows are slaughtered, the grain for children grows. Herb, change begins with a plate full of awareness. Sparkling heart, with every meal, you have a choice, destruction or hope. Fork and knife with plate, the simplest revolution begins in your kitchen. Rocket, a world without hunger, water scarcity and climate crisis is possible. We just have to choose it. For example, by going meat-free. It's that easy.